In this video, we're going to look at simple attacks. In a phrase, the initial offensive action is called the attack. An attack is simple when it is executed in one movement. You may also hear the word tempo used in place of movement. The blade travels in a continuous path to the target, meaning the tip does not change direction in a simple attack. There are three simple paths the blade may take: a direct path, an indirect path around the guard or hand, or an indirect path around the tip of the opponent's weapon. For historical reasons, even though the name is inaccurate, we use the term disengage to refer to the path that goes around the hand or the bell guard. That's actually true for most coaches and most clubs. The path around the tip of the weapon is traditionally called the coupe or cutover. The name cutover is confusing when moving around the person's weapon when they have it in the low line position, because it actually passes under the weapon. So the name coupe is a better choice and easier to understand. Technically, to be a simple attack, an attack can only be made with one single tempo of footwork, a lunge or flesh. A direct attack made with more footwork, advanced lunge for example, would technically be compound even if the blade work is only simple and direct. Simple attacks, especially the direct attack, are very difficult to execute without the correct technique and well-executed tactics. If executed well, they're very difficult to defend. But if you do them less than your best, they will be very vulnerable to any type of defense.
Takes one metal mat.
The advantage of a direct attack is that it takes the least amount of time to hit the target. And at the right distance, the opponent will not be able to react before they're hit. If you're slightly out of distance, the opponent will have an easier time parrying you or counterattacking. The opponent is obstructing the direct path to the target with their weapon, or they make known parries when they feel threatened. A disengage attack moves around a specific known parry. It keeps the tip on the target, but it has to match the direction of the parry to get around the opponent's blade. If an opponent is known to make a variety of parries, or they make an unknown parry and you cannot predict it, a coupe can get around a parry in any direction. The disadvantage of a coupe is it's a much bigger motion, and so it takes longer or more time to execute, even if you execute it at maximum speed. Executing simple attacks successfully will require that you have a specific moment that you want to either create or find your opponent making, and be ready to execute the attack. Preparations for simple attack will allow you to get into position, have a clear path to the target, and be ready to execute without delay. Most simple attacks fail, but a stronger attack will keep your opponent off balance so that you can escape, defend, or even continue with a second offensive action. In order to demonstrate your competency with simple attacks, you need to know them by name, you need to know how and why they're used, you need to know their weaknesses and their strengths, and you need to be able to demonstrate them on a coach or a partner giving you a known cue. In subsequent levels, you should be able to execute a simple attack in bouting conditions with a variety of cues or moments that you didn't expect.
Five, four, three, two, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have